Sure. And the idea that you reached out with humor and that it caught hold, it's not surprising you did because you're a funny person. You're a funny person. And I mean, of course.
I'm a nut. I am a bit of a nut, I'll admit it. I was always that way. But, my concern was as I hoped that I wouldn't offend any opera purists, How dare you take Puccini? And, and those thoughts were going through my mind. But at the same time, I thought, you know what? We've got nothing to lose right now. We have everything to gain from lifting each other up. And so I just took the chance and went with it. And, it led to some other songs about the shortages and the complaining through song.
Well,
I love to call it.
We certainly have enough to complain about these days. It's difficult times. But through working together and through this idea of humor, I think it's really important that we find a way to engage with our humanity and to blow off that steam. It's so important. I think what you're doing is beautiful. And someone told me this, and it's always stuck with me. It's like you take your art seriously, but don't take yourself so seriously.
That is such good advice. Wow. Who said that? They should coin that.
I think they probably have. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's just something I've lived by is like yourself, who's worked on her technique for her whole life, and you're singing, and you've taken that innate talent, you've turned that into a career and a beautiful gift to the world. But your humor is totally unique, and you put that on top of your talent, and it's something that no one else has done, and that you are making so many people happy. And I think it was such, when I heard the story and I finally saw what I didn't click on it right away. I'm like, I know you're a wonderful singer, and I was just depressed. So when I finally did, I showed it to my whole family who know you, and they were just on the floor. People who are not even opera fans were just on the floor laughing. And it's only funny because your singing is so good. I mean, it's such a pure Puccini sound and bel canto breath control, and then it makes it even funnier. that makes it even a better performance. So tell me about your first video and you added some more. What's it like becoming this kind of series of things that you're doing?
It is fun because, I get to explore. I stepped outside of opera and did a couple of musical theater pieces, and that was fun to get to go back and do some of those. I did sing some musical theater in college, but so it was nice to do that, and then have people, again, I was like, okay, I'm not a belter, so people please don't expect, realize, and I prefaced my new videos, I was like, I am an opera singer using a musical theater piece, but people loved it because the messages were so funny. I made myself laugh with some of the lyrics in the very beginning. Oh gosh, about in the video, the very first one, how it says toilet paper won't do, it clogs the toilet with doo-doo. I mean, where in this world would I ever get to sing the word doo-doo
in an operatic style
with a right? It's the irony. But no, it's been great, and people have been very supportive and have enjoyed following. So as long as people are enjoying it, I'm happy.
So we have a rumor that you have something brand new that you're going to share with us tonight, a new episode. So should we play it now, or do you want to wait for a few minutes? What do you think?
Oh, you can play it now if you want. If you want to play it now, it's fine.
Let me ask my technical advisor, Quentin, my son, my oldest son, who's going to make that happen. He's going to put it on the screen and show us...
in the store for your favorite steak. It's slim pickings and priced sky high. At the end of the aisle is FILET MIGNON that you can't afford to buy. Walk on through the brisket, walk past the ribeye, and don't even but can't afford it today. So you throw on corn dogs to save a buck. COVID-19 has robbed you of steak. Grill on without sirloin, grill veggie kebabs, even chuck roasts are sky high. I'm finally stoked with my teepee supply, but I can't afford what's next? I hate COVID. I'm finally stoked with my teepee supply, but I can't afford prime rib. What's next? I hate COVID. Thank you.
Yay!
I'm so proud of you.
Now we can go to Mimi's now.
That's right.
Brava, brava. I had to chat during that. I had to say I'm hungry now. You've made me hungry. I've been shopping so many times, and I look at the meat section, and there's nothing there. So
It's so painful. You know, you just want a juicy steak and it's just completely picked over. And then what's there is really rough looking and $9 a pound.
and you're in Texas, that should be closer, and you'd think than here
I
in New
know.
York.
I know.
So how do you get the
Yeah.
inspiration for these different chapters? Now, how can people see your work, Christina? How can people see your toilet paper diva work or your actual opera work? How can they find your unique pieces?
Okay, so my website is www.christinamajor.net. And that's Christina with an H in it. Some people don't know that, but christinamajor.net. And my YouTube channel has most of my work on it. And there's different playlists on it. And there'll be a toilet paper playlist and all kinds of things. Even me playing hockey. So there'll be tons of videos on there, and that's at CLM Soprano or Christina Major Soprano on YouTube. And I also have Instagram and just about everything. It's all at CLM Soprano.
You are the wired soprano. That's great.
Yes, yes.
Now, my children have
sure.
always been, my children have known you. I've got 4 children. My oldest is 20 and my youngest is 16. And they're all so impressed that you play hockey and you rode the rodeo. You're the only soprano I know that I can say that about.
Oh, I mean, I did. It was the rodeo part was years ago, but yeah, I did do it. And hockey and opera, I know it doesn't really. I've never liked to be boxed in, Jason. I don't know. I just like to try things and do things and.
Well, you do them with
Hey,
joy.
hockey's how. Yes. Hockey's how I met my husband. So there we go. We crashed into each other playing opposite teams.
And he played a wonderful role in that last video. I just saw him in the background with his prop of beef and his and your daughter was in there. I love it. What's it like having a family?
Yeah.
What's it like having the family there
Jesus.
with you and part of these activities?
That is something I'd always dreamed about. And I'd wondered along the way because, operas, it's just like any performing career. It can be very difficult on a family. And it doesn't matter, sometimes the match works, sometimes it doesn't. But it was something I'd always dreamed of, and I didn't know that I could have kids. The doctors always told me I couldn't, so I'd kind of written that off. And my husband and I just said, that's okay, we'll just do life together. Now, when she came along, it was just a blessed surprise. I'd seen you with your 4 gorgeous kids, and I, kind of watched them grow up, and I just thought, what must that be like? And so when it was finally my turn, and only one, and that's fine. She's wonderful. It's been the most fulfilling journey of my life. It was the point in which things became suddenly not just about me anymore. And now, as a performer, it's a good thing to have a healthy ego and to, draw in your audience and enjoy that. But when she came into this world, suddenly my focus was all on her. And learning a role after the fact is way harder. So many things pulling at the brain. Is my kid okay? What's she doing? Oh, I'm too loud. There's all kinds of challenges now. I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change every curveball that's thrown at me by this experience. And, we're a family of 3. And my husband's, he's amazingly supportive. He's an amazing father. And so the 3 of us, we're just like one little happy pod. And to have them in my corner for, the career and push and saying, we're going to go for this, and not, he could have asked me to stay home. He could have. And I don't know that would have worked out, but he could have. And no, he has been nothing but fuel behind me and pushing and pushing. In fact, the idea for him flying her around in the Statue of Liberty plunger and toilet paper, those were his ideas. He puts his own ideas into my videos. So it's not all me. The lyrics are, but he's very creative.
It takes a whole team to do interesting things, and I love the fact that you're incorporating your family. I can resemble that remark. I've got 2 of my children with me right in there in the studio. My son's the technical director, and my daughter is on the social media. She's commenting. I've got my son Mason, who's on the show right now. He's been a technical advisor, and I got my daughter Liliana in Texas near Houston, who's also been commenting. So we have the whole Tramm family here.
Oh, hi, Lily!
Who love you and are so excited to see you doing such interesting things. Now let's steer the conversation in a different direction. So